Hello, hello. Welcome to Top Shelf Backpacking. Yesterday was the end of REI's sale, so if you were a co-op member, hopefully you took advantage of the savings. Today I'm going to show you a sneak peek at my new Osprey Atmos 65 and compare it to the outgoing Mystery Ranch Bridger 65. Show you the differences, why I'm making the change, and what I'm finally going to do with this orange bag. So let's get into it. So I've had this Mystery Ranch bag for probably close to a year at this point. This is the size small medium. I did buy a size large extra large, and it just didn't get short enough to fit my torso. Ended up selling it to my buddy Ricky, who loves it. I found this incredibly uncomfortable, probably due to the smaller running vest style chest harness. I was advised I could probably buy a large chest harness for another like 40 or 60 bucks. But that's a lot more money to spend on an already expensive bag. So I decided to go back to what I knew I enjoyed, which was the Osprey Atmos. I used to have a green one of these. It was my first kind of semi-legit backpacking backpack. And it got stolen at one point when my storage unit got broken into back when we lived at the apartment. So I decided if I want something for those winter loadouts, for more glamping, carrying heavier loads, this would be the bag for me. So let's get into some of the specs. So the MSRP for the Mystery Ranch is $375. The Osprey is $340. I got both of them on different sales. This one I want to say through Moose Jaw or Backcountry, I paid $299.96. This one I got through REI for $272 even. The weight on the Mystery Ranch as I carry it is 5.5 pounds. For the Osprey, it is 4.5 pounds, and that's on my scale, so not their specs. I do take out the rain cover that's included with the Osprey. This one doesn't have it. Carrying capacity for the size small medium in the Osprey is 65 liters. For the Mystery Ranch size small medium, it is 63, so a little more capacity out of the Osprey. Now let me get into what I like about each of the packs, starting with Mystery Ranch. Although it didn't work well for me, I do like the idea behind the running vest. I love having things accessible on my chest harness. Water, my GoPro when I'm filming, the Garmin InReach, things like that. Nice and easy to get to. Just wasn't comfortable, dug in, wasn't padded enough for my liking. I do like how padded the hip belts are, and I felt like the hip belt pockets were easy to get to, and it was nice and easy to adjust there. The other thing I really enjoy is the fact that the brain on this guy completely clips off and turns into a fanny pack. So if you were to base camp, it's really easy to take some goodies with you, and this guy would clip around your waist. So I really like that. Things I didn't like, we already talked about the shoulder straps digging in. I didn't like there wasn't a stretch mesh pocket on the front of this. So there is a pocket there, easy to get to, but I didn't like that it wasn't just a big stretchy pocket that I could just cram whatever I wanted to in there. It's kind of my junk drawer, if you will, in backpacking. So those are the pros and cons of the Mystery Ranch. Now for the Osprey. The first long trip I ever did around the Timberline Trail south on the PCT down to Mount Jefferson, I did with my Osprey Atmos. I loved just how breathable this trampoline style back was, and if I got really hot I could kind of loosen up the straps and hang it off me at an angle. Wasn't the most comfortable, but got good circulation. I love how thick and padded these are, so I'm loaded up with 30 or more pounds. It really carried it well. I will probably add a little 0.1 ounce water bottle pocket to the front here, because even though they have this kind of convenient accessible angled water bottle pocket, my little T-Rex arms and my love handles and all that, still kind of hard for me to get to. I do like the adjustability of the hip belt and how you can get it heated to contour to you. Don't love the hip belts. I found they were kind of hard to zip one-handed and didn't hold a ton of stuff, but a lot of times I'll have a fanny pack on anyway, just so I can keep things on me around camp, or specifically in the wintertime, which is really what I got this bag for. That is going to be on me, the fanny pack that is, to keep my water filter, my electronics and everything warm and kind of up against my body, usually under my jacket, and at night I can just throw the whole thing into the foot of my sleeping bag to make sure nothing freezes. This does have a good sized brain to it. I do like that. It does not detach, which I really don't like, because it can make for a nice convenient kind of like food bag or something. Easy to take into the tent with you kind of thing, not with food in it, but if you have ditties and stuff. So kind of a downfall there. It does have really nice big side pockets, and the trekking pole stashers were occasionally convenient, specifically when trying to film stuff, so I can just stash them there, easily accessible, and then once I'm back hiking, really easy to get to. Probably my favorite part of this bag is the giant stretch mesh pocket. This is seemingly a little different material than my previous one. That one was years and years ago. I feel like this is less likely to get snagged on things. I like that it's a full pound lighter than the Mystery Ranch, while still having a ton of pockets, more than what I'd really care for. And it does come with the included rainfly, which I have removed because I will run a bag liner. To me, it just makes more sense, the kind of weather that we deal with. I don't want things getting water soaking down through the hole that is there against my back. So those are the comparisons between the two. The Mystery Ranch is a well-made bag. My buddy loves his. I really wish I loved mine. The color is way better in my opinion. I will be taking that down to Foster Outdoors here soon to sell it on consignment with possibly some Dyneema products. And I'm looking forward to hopefully getting out and doing some snowshoeing up on Mount Hood and trying out the new Osprey. Planning on some glamping trips this summer. I've got my wife's 30-inch wide Zinbivvy bed set up. That is fantastic, but heavy as I'll get out. So anytime I'm carrying more than 30 pounds, this will be my go-to bag. Hopefully you guys are able to take advantage of some of the upcoming sales that are going on, Black Friday deals and that kind of thing, so you can get some of the gear that you're looking for. Special time to stock up on food. I know Farm to Trails has some fantastic sales right now. A lot of them going out there. I like to stock up this time of year because that food lasts and you got to eat while you're out there on trail. So now's the time to take advantage of those. For more information on the Osprey Atmos and the other gear you see on this channel, visit topshelfbackpacking.com. And until I see you again, cheers.